Okay, let's go into the Funky Bunch to finish the incredible album that I was about to say the Transcendental Experience straight out of the garage. That's what I meant to say. just start saying the band's name. That's the album now.
Al-
It's just because it's so big. The font is so big. It's like when you're reading an author's name and you're like, is the author the title or is the title the author? Like, what's going on here?
Fuck. Uh, that was good. I like that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. That might be the intro. You're listening to the Media Man Dan podcast, promoting people with passion all over the globe. Interviews every weekend, album reactions every month. This is your host, Media Man Dan. Let's rock! I was going out with diesel in my bag. Got me from that person, call my fucking radio. I'm on a whole level. Fuck me good, I'm a stoner and a rebel. Yeah, I'm taking another hit when it's kinda stressful. And then I get hurt on my ganja vessel. And when I go back, it won't be to make a man. Cause tobacco blow. What's up, guys, and welcome to the Media Man Dan podcast. Today is an absolutely epic day. As you guys know, I get nothing but the best from the Inland Empire over in Southern California, and today I'm talking to an absolute legend of music. This dude is going to be going places along with his incredible band, the Tranzendental Experience. All of you guys should go check the links in the description right down below for all of their information. Follow them, especially on Spotify, and stream the shit out of the brand new album straight out of the garage. It is absolutely awesome, and it's a really cool fusion of music. Welcome to the podcast for the first time, my friend. This is Luis Osorio, otherwise known as the backing vocalist and guitarist of the band. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. When you were talking about epic intros, man, I felt that in my heart.
Always happy to bring it for you guys.
Thank you, thank you.
So, how you been, man? How's your year going so far?
It's going good, man. This was the year of growth. Things finally felt a little normal after COVID, and I was a shut in, learning more music and trying to learn more about the music business and getting old and accepting the fact that I'm getting old and all those beautiful things, and it's been wonderful. How
Wonderful.
about you?
I love hearing that. I also can say things have been wonderful. I finally decided to go back to my original passion in hospitality. I was at a logistics job for the last couple of years. Things were not working well for me or for them, and said, you know what, it might be time to go back to the hotel business. And it's been more than helpful for me in mental wise, especially because I'm constantly able to figure out when I can schedule these interviews, when I can edit these interviews, when I can put more content out. And I don't feel like I'm so pressured as I once was to get all my stuff put out at a certain date or a certain time. It's just like I'm going with the flow, riding the wave of the hype, and at the same time finding so many amazing people just like you to have on here to get their story out, to get their music out to the masses of 30 people that listen to me.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to start somewhere, and I'm really appreciative for all of my actual fans and friends that take their time to listen to every episode. You guys are absolute legends, just like Lewis here. Lewis, how long have you been making music?
Ooh, personally, since about 20, I would probably no, honestly, I'd probably say 2009. I've been involved with because I used to be a metalhead before I became what I am now. And I would go to metal shows. I would play with really local bands, and I was like 13, 14 years old when I started doing this, and I started making mistakes, learning, trying to be a promoter, trying to do all these things, but eventually I ended up learning a lot of great stuff from all those experiences, and it was a hell of a ride.
Hell yeah, man. And speaking of experiences, your band is called the Transcendental Experience. How did you guys come up with that crazy name?
It's took a lot of it was just experiences. We've had a lot of wow, it's a crazy to think about. Just a lot of things that have happened with past band members that have helped with growth development and whatnot. And then just I was meditating a lot. And I would just often think, just there's more to the world than just the world. Like we can all transcend. And I started, doing more research on different philosophers, and then I started just, studying different things like psychedelics and a bunch of other crazy things and whole bunch of outlandish theories, and it made me think of that. And then there's only one way to go, and it's up. And if you keep transcending, it's because of all the experiences that you've had, and it's helped you become who you are.
I
And I love it.
Yeah, I love that. So why is there a Z in the name instead of the actual term transcend? I want to know, is it because of the legendary hero Zorro?
Oh, that's close. But we had a friend. Shout out to Thomas. He was our guitarist for a little bit. He drew our original logo, and when we did have it, because you can still find images of on our social medias with Transcendental. But he came up with the idea of adding Zen because of how Zen we all were when we would just sit back and smoke or just listen to music or just dive right in and just like explore different things all together. He just came up with Zen, and he said it would be better on paper, and it would serve as a good meaning, and we totally kept it, and we had to stick with it.
I love it. Yeah, using the word Zen in the middle, giving that Om feeling. We all have the idea in our mind of a man sitting cross-legged, holding his perfect sign on both hands and going Om Om.
Yep.
But I
That's like a
mean, it
breath of
works.
fresh air.
Meditation is actually a very helpful thing for a lot of people, and bringing Zen along with the experience of funk, rock, reggae, rap, it's a really cool mixture, and it's very psychedelic and it's very modern the way that you guys have produced it.
Yeah, it was yeah, it was a lot of it was a lot of trial and error at first. It was just us jamming. We still have old recordings of what of pretty much us just messing around completely just with sounds and just making weird things. And then once we started showing all the different genres that we all came in with, like at one point we had metalheads in the band. At one point we had people that were strictly funk and disco, others that were indie that just love like just mainstream music, pop. And we would always listen to it and be like, wouldn't that be a great idea for a song? What if we use this, or what if we use this? There's been times where we've been heading to a show and I would have like my girlfriend or whoever's in the car playing something, or the radio, and I would hear a specific singing pattern from like a big pop artist. I would just be like, oh, this is like Taylor Swift or whoever, and I'll just listen to the hum, and I would know what key it's in, and I would literally be able to base an entire solo that I performed that night just purely off of improvisation.
Whoa. Okay, so I don't want to get your head too big or anybody in your band, but at the same time, I got to say this, the way that you guys are talking about each genre, like using that, implementing that into your overall sound, is exactly the way that we got Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. Like we
Oh,
got that mixture,
oof.
and it created a masterpiece. And you guys could get to that level if you continue down this route, or if you want to go a completely different direction, that's even more Linkin Park.
Yep.
But yeah, man.
Definitely. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, no, I was gonna say, yeah, man, that is an absolutely amazing thing. Like really, really cool.
Yeah, we love music. We have no biases. I'll listen to whatever anybody tosses at me. I'll be honest and give my honest opinion on how I feel about it. But most of the time, I learn from everything. Like I even have friends that I teach that tell me, oh, like they want me to teach them, and then they won't want to play around me. But I will tell them no. Like I welcome you playing around me, because no matter what you do, I'm learning something from it. Like that's how we should all do it. Learn from everything.
Yes, yes, absolutely amazing choices for everybody listening right now. You once again are listening to an absolute legend of rock, reggae, rap, metal. It's going to be all of the above in the future. You guys are going to go through every single genre. You're going to be like, hey, Dan, can you bring me back on? I got a swing jazz album coming out next week. I love it though. It's absolutely awesome because there's so many people that stick to one specific formula and they ran it to the ground. They are only that genre, and I can't really like recommend most bands do that, but I do have some that I'm very fond of sticking to their specifically known sound. Like power
Oh,
metal, I don't
yes.
understand if anyone evades that and goes into like not progressive but indie rock. That would be very strange.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, because like hearing bands like that, like it's funny. I was actually listening to Halloween and not that long ago, and I was just like, dude, this is fantastic.
Yes. Yes. Oh
And
my
like,
gosh. Halloween. Awesome band. Oh my God. And perfect for, I was just going to talk about the holidays since we just passed Halloween. How was your
yeah.
Halloween?
It was good. I actually spent it in Japan. There was a lot of craziness in one city. They completely banned drinking and doing anything outside because of a bad incident apparently in 2018. But that didn't stop people from being outside, pre-gaming, doing their thing. Being all dressed up. It was certainly interesting. It was fun.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And I've never left this country. So tell me, how was it your first time ever going to Japan?
It was beautiful. It I learned a lot from just seeing the people, seeing how the culture is, seeing the types of stuff that they restrict, because of their food, the laws out there. And I was watching a whole bunch of different content creators give their takes on it. And I at first I felt really nervous because of the language barrier, but I was able to survive off of a few phrases and the kindness of people out there. And it was such a beautiful experience. I got so many pictures. I was blessed to meet like new people and actually promote my music and some of my friends' music out there. I was bumping a lot of music on repeat. I was, I just wanted to show love, and I wanted to, and a lot of their different sounds helped out a lot for different parts of the trip, and it was just awesome. I loved it.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, my only gripe I can say that I've learned about from Japan is that I would probably be too big for most bathrooms.
Man, I agree with that because while some were very tiny, it was certainly an experience. At first, I was a little confused, but after I left, I was looking at my toilet and I was like, "I love you."
You come back and you're like, "Wow, I've never been so grateful." I love it. So you were talking about your friends that you're promoting before. We had Nino Ray that we were talking about a little bit before this chat. I checked out his entire album, and it is in my insanely long reaction stream. It's a 4.5 hour stream. I still have yet to actually edit it and put it out. I'm thinking it'll be out on New Year's Day. It's so hard to put all these things together because it takes a lot of time. But I gotta say this, man. You know cool people that make cool music, and that's what I'm into. I like going outside of what I normally listen to, my metalcore, my I guess you could say pop, but I can also say like alternative metal, alternative pop. There's a lot of things that I'm just really like toned to this specific sound. So whenever I find something new, I'm always like, "Whoa, I got to check out more of this." And you and are awesome for bringing it the way that you guys do. So, shout out to him, man. He's awesome. I can't wait to promote his stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember man, we sat back and heard his entire album when before he released it, and man, just the sounds that he created and just the musical knowledge that he's got. It was an honor, and knowing that we're gonna jam too, and we're gonna be playing some of the same events, so we're gonna just break barriers, and we're not going to conform to just playing one genre shows. A lot of our shows are, even the ones that we set up, are like they're like parties. We have different genres. We'll have two rappers. I'll have a comedian. I'll have like a thrash metal band, a death metal band, a D beat band, a grindcore band, followed by a ska band, a reggae band, an indie band, and a trio that plays corridos.
Goodness gracious. You guys need to just change your name to Tranzendental and make the tour the experience. My God, that is awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I've never
we love
heard
bringing
comedians
we love
at
bringing
rock shows.
Yeah, people get really creative. A lot of the promoters out here in the Inland Empire in LA are doing surprisingly creative things. From pretty much bringing gloves to shows, and basically said, "There's no drama at my shows. If you want to fight, you're gonna duke it out."
There you go. There you go. Bring the love. It's all about
Yeah,
love.
yeah, and a lot of them are just very creative. Shout out to On Top of the Throne production. He sets up a lot of shows out here too, and I've learned a lot of things from him, from Lao, and yeah, he's a really really interesting person, and it's even got me motivated into throwing shows again. And I actually do have a few planned that are gonna be mixed genre. We're gonna have an album release show that I'm gonna announce pretty soon, and then hopefully we're gonna hit it. We're gonna start playing twice as many events as we have before.
I absolutely love that. And to know that you have that drive and you have that passion when you were just talking about it beforehand, saying that you're inspired by people like me. It's like, dude, you already got it, man. You're going to go places with that. You have this passion behind you, all of you guys in the entire band. And let's shout out all the members that aren't here today because they're a huge part of what your sound is.
Yes, sir. I'll first off, I'll start off with Eliud, with Maui, my homie, my brother. I love him so much. He's the lead vocalist and the percussionist. Bringing the waves, bringing the nasty, especially with a lot of the lyrics too. And then there's Michael, and a young man that's killing it on guitar right now. He's already able to play Stevie Ray Vaughan. He's already able to play basically any artist that he listens to. I just heard him play freaking I can't even think. He would play some of my favorite artists just for fun, and I'm just like, dude, that is so beautiful. And he even teaches me a lot of new things too, and I love him so much. And then there's Uriel, his moniker, because he's a solo performer too. His name is Love, and he's our bass player, but he's actually a main guitar player. But for us, he does bass, and he's been killing it. He's been bringing the groove, he's been bringing the drive, and he's been motivating us a lot because we all get in our funks, but he's always there to be like, like you can do it. You will do it, and it's gonna get done. And then there's our drummer, Wani, uh, plays for about three other bands. One of the most hardworking musicians that I've ever come across, and I'm honored to say that he's a brother, a friend, and family to me. And shout out to all his bands too. He plays for the Odd Advantage. He fronts his own band that's called Rusticali, roots reggae band from Hemet. And he actually is the lead vocalist and the guitarist. And he plays for another band. I believe they're going through a name change, but they were called DOS Family, another roots reggae band. And yeah, he's killing it. And then we have three horn players that usually don't play with us too often. But when we have sets that require horns, we always get them. Adam, Ian, and Mark. Two of them are currently playing for Voodoo Glow Skulls, famous legendary band from Riverside, California. And then our trumpet player Mark, he's a trumpet for hire, and he plays a whole bunch of crazy cool events, and he always has some awesome stories to tell. And yeah, those are the guys, and I love them so much, and I've learned so much from each and every one of them. And just having them there has taught me how to become a not only a better musician, but a better person, a better band leader. And I can't appreciate that enough.
Absolutely incredible promo for everyone in the band, and you deserve to have one yourself, sir. You are amazing. You are a part of this band. You're the heart of this band. You know the background. You know how to respect each and every person and what they do, and you remember it and you care about it. And that's why you guys are a family as well as a band. And I love hearing this overall perspective of I just want to see all of them grow to the level that they could be at their best. And you guys are
Yeah,
doing it all together. You're very lucky to have a drummer who is very preoccupied with other groups and, their own work and still able to help you out. And I love that you guys are all very supportive of each other and the other groups, bands that you guys have also performed with. It is awesome. Absolutely amazing.
thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. So, are you ready to go into this album? I think we've built enough hype. All of the audience listening right now, just so you guys know, we are going to be able to hear the entire album with us and the commentary during the songs. That's going to be only on Patreon. Go and check it out in the links in the description. It's just $5 every single month, and you can see all of my content. I have nearly 70 things that should be out by now. Yeah, dude, I am constantly working too hard. And not
Oh
hard
man,
enough at the
that was
same time.
no, I definitely feel that.
Love it, love it, love it. All right. So, first of all, we are going to go into the album that came out on my birthday. I want to thank you for releasing this on my birthday, even though you guys didn't know it was. But, what a great
Oh,
gift.
honey.
An absolutely amazing album on October 10th of 2024. We have Is everything out of order? Oh, I'm looking at the hits. I was like, wait. The album's out of order. No, it was just the hits. Okay. Spotify is making me trip. Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, and speaking of tripping, how often is it a common thing that you guys smoke together? Because I'm not a smoker, but I always have thought of it, as an adult now. I'm like, I'm not a kid anymore. I can handle it. If I ever were to sit down with a group, I feel like you guys would be my favorite group because you would have so many interesting conversations. How does it usually go if you guys are in a circle?
It's funny you say that. We actually have and this is the first time I'm gonna mention this outside of mentioning it to the men, to the guys. But we actually do have an idea for our music video for our song Boomba Clot, that we're actually gonna be sitting in a circle, just smoking, and the vibes that we bring when we all smoke together is just laughs, and we'll sometimes talk about like current issues, or if somebody's got something that they want to talk about, we'll explore it, or if not, we'll just listen to music and vibe out, and then just love each other's company, and appreciate the fact that we're all able to do this. Because not everybody's able to be around people that really make you comfortable, and you could write music with them. And then I
Yes.
love it so much.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I hope that you guys eventually down the line take some inspiration from that 70s show. So you're in your circle and like you said, you're laughing, you're having a good time, and you just have that camera just, focusing on each one of the members and it just turns in like circles. That
But
would be so cool.
my good sir, you read my mind. Yeah.
Let's go. Also, do you
Yeah.
like the 90s show? I should have asked that beforehand.
Yeah, I watched it with my girl. It was interesting. At first it didn't catch my attention, but after a while I was just like I could appreciate what they were doing with that time and the modern twist, and how they were dressing, and how they actually appreciated some of the grunge aspects of what was going on at that time. So I was like, yeah, I was like I get it. I rocks with it.
Yes, yes, and I really enjoyed the story that they were trying to come up with the remaining kids from that 70s show, and their kids, and all of their conflicts that they had to deal with, and the throwbacks, the nostalgia that they got with the blockbuster, and the way the style is. It's like they really got the whole the project is absolutely unbelievably well done, and it makes me sad that they're not going to continue. Like they canceled after what, 2 3 seasons
I
and left it on a
that way.
cliffhanger.
Yeah, I felt that way once they got rid of Midnight Gospel. That got me really sad. But I still follow Duncan Trussell, and awesome comedian, and really spiritual, in depth, crazy guy. And have you ever had the pleasure to see it or not yet?
What show?
It's a show called The Midnight Gospel. It was made by Duncan Trussell. He's a comedian and he does other things as well, but that's just what I know him as. And the creator Pendleton Ward, the artist for Adventure Time, did the art. And the show's basically about a space caster that moved to another planet, and he got a universal simulator where he could jump into alternate universes and alternate worlds, and he goes and he interviews people. So the show itself is a cartoon, but it's legitimately a podcast interviewing like scientists, gurus, like legitimate people, and it's all in cartoon form, made by Pendleton Ward. And it is one of the most beautiful, in-depth shows that I've ever got to watch. It Every episode has tripped me out, because some talk about like doing a dimethyltryptamine and living in loop. Another episode is explaining how every person is spiritually tethered together, and just the things, learning about what true shamanism means, apart from just cheating and doing psychedelics and just trying to get there quick, um before people that actually sit and dedicate their entire lives to meditation and to that study. Different philosophers like Ram Dass, Alan Watts are mentioned. It's so insane, and plus the last episode literally drives you to tears because of how deep and how in depth it goes about a mother and just the cycle of life. And it's such a beautiful show. They only made one season, then they canceled it, and it got me really bummed out, because I guess people didn't really appreciate it at that time, but now it's gotten more recognition. It's just sad that they're not bringing it back. But if you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. That's one definite watch that I know will really inspire you. At least I hope it does.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The way you're talking about it, like I said before this chat, like That's the way I love hearing things. Like, you promote the shit out of it, I'm interested instantly. Looking at the trailer right now, they have a special little clip, and it's this dog eating a random person, and it's just really bloody. Honestly, I did not expect it to go like super jail, but the way that you're talking about it and the way I'm looking at it, I'm like, how ironic. I'm like,
Yeah,
here's the deep meaning behind it, and I'm like, this puppy, I think, is just annihilating this person.
yeah,
So,
it's called the Midnight Gospel,
yeah.
and it's literally about a space caster, and I know you'll love it because every episode is a wacky adventure. Like, just you don't even expect what's gonna happen. And one of my personal favorite episodes is about the death industrial complex, and they actually talk about how funerals are basically the biggest scam that has ever that has ever been made, and that she advocates for things that are like home funerals, like for people to actually get to spend time with death instead of going around it. Like, people actually get to get their hands dirty and actually like get more involved with what it truly means to die, and all of that. And it's that episode, just, oh my goodness, that one really turned my head upside down.
It's got extremely good ratings for anyone
Yeah.
that is able to look this up. It is a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. That does not mean that people are unanimously saying it is a 91%. That means that a lot of people that have reviewed this are rating it higher than most. And it's also an 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb. Both of those are big rating scales. But overall, I can see that a lot of fans are talking about why was this canceled, which means the show means something, because usually you have to ask the question after a show gets canceled, why not more? Why not more? So they said that animation is expensive. They're very happy with what they created. I'm guessing that it is probably one of the hardest things to do, is create an adult show that is Rick and Morty esque and make it as deep as like BoJack Horseman. So it's like
Yeah.
they're really going deep into it from what you've said, and it makes me, and it spikes my interest. What can I say? And I can handle gore now in cartoon form, because now I can handle it in somewhat person form thanks to the horror movies that my fiance and I decided to watch. Ash versus Evil Dead also. A
I just saw
little
Terrifier.
fucked up. Yeah. But either way, man, I love this. This is an awesome tangent that I'm keeping in. We're not even going to cut this out. This is keeping in. Everything that you've said so far is 100% worth keeping in the podcast. No question.
Love it.
All right. Let's get the screen share so you can see what I see. And you can see that I'm following you, which matters most. We got to make sure that we're following the greatest artists of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the next Linkin Park. All you have to do is click follow, and you could see if they get to that level. That's how easy it is. All right, you see my account right here? That's you. That's me up here.
Yeah.
So Music Man Dan, I have too many playlists, honestly. But let's just go to your main page here. Let's go and look at that beauty. The Transcendental experience with the newer logo. You had an older one with a mouth or something I saw. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool looking. And I'll be happy to put that up on screen if I can. But yeah, as you can see, I'm one of the 28 people. And there should be 280,000. So you guys know what to do. Go fix that. Right now, we're going to listen to the entire album in full. We're going to give our overall thoughts. I'm going to learn some insight on each song, and I can re-enjoy this. It is a 20-minute experience. Get what I said there, pun intended.
Love,
And so
love
we're going
it.
to have an awesome time, and I hope that you guys will too on Patreon. Once again, go and check that out. Listen to the whole thing. This is just going to be my response after each track. So let's go. Omnipotent, track 1. Awesome instrumental track. All
Love
right.
that one.
So, what made you think of the first track being instrumental?
Just whenever you go, whenever you have an experience, it just it always starts off like instantly. It goes from 0 to 100 in an instant. You could be in your room, and then the next moment you're just traveling to another universe, and you're just like, oh, and that's how we wanted it to start. Surprisingly enough, this is the only song that I actually play lead guitar on. So on this one, Michael's on rhythm, and I'm actually on lead for this one.
Listen to you shred on this song too. I mean, you got the solo right here at the end. That is, I mean, it's a solo technically the whole time, but you got this
Yeah.
part right here. It's so cool.
Yeah,
So
that
cool.
was a lot of thrash metal right there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so I love this track. I think I said Toto originally, but it's obviously not Toto. This is more modern than they are, and that jam sound that I was talking about was just because I hear songs that go on a longer time and it makes me instantly think of how Toto just jams to jam.
Yeah.
But you guys are a jam band, as you were saying before this chat, and I can hear it in everything. It is so fun, and I would love for you guys to tour outside of the area. If you ever came to Chicago, you bet your ass I'm going to be right up front rocking with you guys.
Oh, definitely.
Hell yeah, man. All right, the next track we got is Seen Hose. And this is one of my favorite things in the world, guys. You will listen to all kinds of hip hop music in your lifetime. You will listen to Snoop Dogg, you'll listen to Drake, you'll listen to Eminem, you'll listen to all of that women bashing, ridiculous kind of rap music, and you get the same vibe from the lyrics, but the sound of this song will blow your mind as it is completely opposite of what you're expecting. That's one of my favorite things about you guys. It's like you have subverted my expectations every single track.
Oh yeah, this this song. Yeah, this song's about everybody's ex.
Love it. Love it. All right, guys. So if you have an X, this is the greatest one. So hold up that middle finger, say fuck you, and let's go right into Scene Hose. Oh, that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Oh, there's no, stop playing now. Oh my goodness, this machine. All right, so that was Scene Hose.
Yeah, no, certainly one of our most interesting songs, but people really respond to it. So
Hell yeah, man. And hey, the biggest song is the next one that we're going to be playing, which is Boomba Clot. My biggest thing that came to mind because I was talking about the Linkin Park comparison originally, just the way that you guys have your sound overall. I hope down the line someone gets so inspired by you guys, but they don't want to steal, any of your specific song titles. So they
yeah.
go full millennial and make a cover band of Transcendental Experience called Goomba Clot
That's sick.
from Super Mario Bros, right? That would be pretty sick.
That's sick.
All right, but now give me the story behind this song because this is your biggest hit right now. How did this one blow up so much?
That one's our smoking song. That's our sit back, vibe out. Yeah, you're dealing with a lot of BS. You're just gonna sit, smoke about it, think about it. Learn from it, and then it's always good to just vibe out with everybody else. And I'm surprised that this song got the most. But I mean, I'm happy it did because this song is always people are always vibing to it when we play, and sometimes we do pretty outlandish things when we play it. One of my favorite times that we ever performed it, I actually got like some of those exaggerated, those really big joints, and then just lit them up and just passed them around the crowd. And it was at a little house show. We're literally playing in the living room. It was called The Void. It was such an amazing night.
The Void. I've heard of that venue.
Yeah, it's a venue here in San Bernardino. They've been at it for plenty of years. I've had some of my craziest experiences there, and yeah, it's always fun to play there. And we hotboxed the hell out of that house, and it was awesome.
I love it. All right, well, let's get hotboxed right here with Boomba Clot. the biggest hit from Transcendental Experience currently. You guys can change that by streaming the shit out of your favorite song. So if you're like, oh my god, Omnipotent is the best thing I've ever heard, go and stream the shit out of it. Or Scene Hose. It's on the second level right now. It's getting up there. What was the top streaming number? Because it only shows me the less than or more than sign next to Bumbleclot, and it says 1,000. So I don't know if it's like right at 1,000 or if it's like right under 1,000.
I I I haven't checked it since I've been on my trip, but the last time I did, I believe it was like at 1,100.
Fuck yeah, bro! That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. You deserve it.
Yeah,
Oh, look at you. Luis Miguel Osorio is the composer and lyricist. That's what I like to hear, man. This is going to be epic. Let's go. I'm talking to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Luis Osorio. Is it Osorio or am I saying the name wrong?
you said it right, and I appreciate that.
Okay, so
Awesome.
it is Osorio.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Awesome, awesome. All right, let's go right into Boombaclot. Yes. Yes. Absolutely yes. That was awesome, dude. Like one of the coolest kind of vibes that you could get. You go from, normal, that reggae kind of thing, right into like a thrash metal. Like, you were talking about metal
Kind of
before.
breakdown.
Yeah, like that's crazy. And then go back in and then slow it down. The tempo changes. They work so smoothly together. Overall, the percussion is fucking crazy, dude. There's so many like he does so much extra instead of just doing the boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And I love that, man. Also, I could say the horns are one of my favorite things ever. My first song in my entire life that was in my head and raised me to be a music listener was 25 or 624 by the band Chicago, and it was all about that horn section. Huge memories come from that sound alone, but the way that it's played, the way that the delay works, the way that you guys come in on the vocals, so cool, man. So cool. I absolutely love it.
Hell yeah. Thank you, dude.
What is one of your favorite aspects of that song?
Just when we wrote it, we just yeah, I just came up with the guitar progression, and then me and my vocalist just started throwing ideas around, and once we decided to make it a more jumpier kind of rap song, is when we got the idea. But I think what makes it is the horns, because of how evil they sound. I mean, it's also because it's in C sharp minor, but like just it sounds so dark, jumping into a song that's just reggae that already has rap, and then it ends up getting slow. Like when we play it live, we use trippier effects. Like I'll do pick scraping, and I'll start using weirder pedals, and I'll just start making weirder sounds with the wah pedal, and we get very inventive with that song, and it's on the trippier end, and we just love playing it and smoking to it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. The way that you guys are talking about being trippier, I would love to see as you guys grow that like during that specific song, like if they have a screen for you or whatever it is, just gets these like trippy images going across it, or like there's smoke going on in the air. Like you could just feel the vibe has overall changed, and it would just,
Yes, sir.
magnify that song in general.
That's the goal. Yup.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, the next track we got is Dub. Now we got three tracks, guys, where there are no foul language lyrics. Like, what? This Christian band over here. No, but don't you love when you have to put the explicit? It's like, oh, I forgot that.
Yeah, yeah, sometimes and because we wrote these when we were like in that younger, I don't give a fuck phase, so we're just over here acting foolish, just writing songs about what was going on around us, like some things were good, some things were bad, and some things were great. And we picked up, this album is literally a lot of that. That's why we call it Straight Out of the Garage, because all these songs were literally written in that garage. Like if you look at the image, the way the garage looks is how it looked where we practiced, and where we had a party that we played where one of our old drummers, his name's Tito, fucking much love and respect to him, he played on a bucket. he used the bucket as his bass drum. I think it is what it was, and he was using pretty much spare parts. And we played a set in there, and we filled up that garage, the tiny room next to it, and like there was probably like about 20 people outside, and we just played, and it was so great. A lot of them knew the songs. We were singing them out loud. We had the worst equipment. I was using a 10-watt amp at the time, and it was madness, but the good kind,
Yeah, that's
the kind you
music,
want to
man.
be in.
Everybody starts in a garage, especially bands. They have to start out somewhere and they're going to get their sound from that. It always amazes me though that people that play in garages get like this production behind them and the whole experience, the whole vibe, the whole depth that they originally heard in their head becomes reality. And
Yeah.
so like everybody that was at that garage show, like, yeah, that was great, but my ears are bleeding. Like, like
Yep.
that's how it goes. And they're like, oh, you put out an album. Okay, let me check it out. And like first track, they're like, holy shit.
This is how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah, and it's awesome, man, because you guys you have it in your heads. Who produces your stuff, by the way?
My he plays for a band called Contortion. He plays on and off with them, I believe. His name's Andy Serrato, and this dude, he's the one that recorded the whole thing for us. And yeah, local to San Bernardino. And we just wanted to record these songs because we've been playing them since like 2018. So it's like, yeah, it's time these come out, and that way we can work on the second album, which is to be determined. And we actually have a bunch of ideas for different EPs, collaborations with other artists that aren't just in our niche. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. We want to do a little bit of everything, and that's what we're gonna do.
Absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy that you have great connections that you do, especially with the mastering, mixing, all of that. Like this sounds perfect, dude. Like literally
Yeah.
perfect. I'm
How
no
how
professional, but I can say I can hear when it's done correctly.
and I'm really happy with what he did. And yeah, we're excited. We're excited for the future. And yeah, it's looking bright. And we're gonna do the best that we can do with the releasing all the new music and all the new vibes we're gonna bring with us in our best form is what I'm excited for.
Absolutely amazing. And I'm glad you said your best form after we just finished what is known as your best song. Let's go into dub, which is now getting into the lesser played area of the album. But I am excited because this is the longest song on the album at 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Once again, for all you guys that are listening and you're like, wait, where's the music? Go to Patreon right now. $5. You can listen to the whole thing with us. It's a super fun experience. How you feeling, man? How you feeling about this so far?
I'm feeling great. I love the energy, man. It's beautiful. I
Hell
love it.
yeah.
Thank
Happy to match that vibe with anybody, man. I don't even need to be a smoker or stoner to understand stoner culture. These people, they just want a
you. Yeah.
vibe. You got to catch that, capture it, put it in a bottle, grab the lightning that you get from Transcendental Experience and inject it into the bottle, and boom, you got magic.
Yep.
All right, dub, here we go. And this makes me think of B dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, just ate Wingstop not that long ago.
Oh, Wingstop. Hell yeah, hell yeah. All right, here we go. Going into dub. All right, that lived up to its name. Move out of the way, Californication. We got a brand new California anthem on our hands. Yeah, man. That bass line. Doom, 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 doom.
Really
Simple but
catchy.
extremely effective. Yes, absolutely amazing. And I love that the bass is the one running it. Usually lead guitar, vocals, something of that sort is what hooks you, but it's the bass line on this one. And kick ass one at that. What is your favorite part of this song? Because it has quite a lot to say.
I I I I wrote this one after just being in deep thought, and just appreciating the fact that even though the most of the world is seeing everything through rose-colored glasses, like there's more to it. And there's while there's bad in the world, you should appreciate the good that's around you, and the fact that there's love, and there's respect amongst people and peers and all that. And it's just how it made me feel. And yeah, the vibes just came along. We jammed it. I gotta thank my old bass player Michael. He lives in Maine now, and not only did he inspire me, push me to become better as a guitar player, but he was the one that originally wrote that bass line when we jammed. And we decided to revolve the whole song around it because it just it just made you feel good, just hearing it just gave you that feeling of just like, oh damn, like. So we wanted to go around that, and I really appreciate it, and I love him for that.
Hell yes, dude. So overall, the message of the song is to, be aware of corruption, be aware of negativity in the world, but not dwell on that. Move forward
Yes.
from it. Be more open to, taking your mind off of it and reminding yourself that it's not the only thing that we should be focused on. I like that message. I like the vibe of the song. I like the delay pedal halfway through. I was like, holy shit, the delay is going crazy here. I'm like, is this the psychedelic moment? Is this where once again the
Yeah,
screens all go woo 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 woo? I love it, man.
honestly.
It's very cool. The vocals, once again, these are not polished, perfect singing vocals. These are just, speaking your soul, and I appreciate that. And I will
Yeah,
always give credit, but I will also say, still pitchy.
yeah, yeah.
It's okay though. I'm not going to be a judge on that because I like the music. The music overall, the instrumentation overall, the fact that you guys just work together and you somehow make the trumpets sound like they were made for a high school band to play is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
The following of bass line part where it's like that's awesome. And I was immediately thinking, like, oh, just imagine down the line, once again, your band grows to the level of Linkin Park, your shit's being played at high school football games.
That was sick. That was sick. I would love that.
Yes, and I just realized I can make a really good trumpet sound. There we go. Check
Yep,
off
hell yeah.
another thing I can do.
One more to add to the list.
There you go, sir. But okay, let's go on to another voyage, if you will, the 420 voyage. This is totally going to be the weed and stoner category of the album, even though we've already got a lot of reggae, even though we've already got a lot of psychedelic and laid back tones. Speaking of, I should tell you, there's a band that I have reacted to before. They're part of this incredible label called Wake Up Music, who is actually my sponsor when I was doing reactions. And even though YouTube blocked most of my stuff because copyrights are a pain in the ass to get around, I
Yeah.
can say that I appreciate Pepper and everything she does. And they're called Dope Sick. If you ever wanted to check them out, they're kind of your vibe. And I think that you
Ooh,
guys would
yeah,
tour well
definitely.
together. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would, and it's funny. This song, 420, is literally just it's when the best way I could explain it is you've had a bad few hours, you've had a bad day, you've had a bad week, had a bad month. There's that moment where you just sit back and finally just get to smoke and just revel in all the crazy shit that you just been through. And you're just venting, just
You're
letting it go,
venting.
like how we talked about earlier. You're just letting it.
Yes. Yes, you're acting like the Japanese when they're screaming in in private.
Yeah. Oh no, they do it in public. No,
Oh, they do it in
they
public.
yeah,
Yeah.
they do it in public. Yes, there's a while I was out there, there was a little incident like that, and it was just pretty wild how it's a normal thing. But I mean, I guess everybody has their way of expressing themselves, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as it's not violent, it should be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. I'm so excited to hear this 420 voyage. And once again, I have never smoked in my life, so I'm getting the vibes. I'm understanding it. I'm appreciating it, and I am not a stoner. So crazy. All of you guys that are in my position, and you've also never touched a blunt or anything like that. If you're enjoying this, feel free to hit that follow button. Give them love. Listen to the tracks over and over and over. They will see which ones grow, and then they'll know what they want to perform with the most. All right, so 420 Voyage, here we go. Another Shorter track. This one's 3 minutes 37 seconds. I like the length of these songs because EPs are easy to binge, especially 20 minutes. But like the vibe overall, it just fits, and the way that it's structured, you don't feel like you're there forever. Like 4 minutes 55 seconds to any other song would be like, okay, you got to cut at least a minute from this. It's just too long. But in this case, it felt like it fit with the rest of what I've heard so far. So when I listened to it the first time getting to this track, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're on a new one now." Cuz it felt like it had its own zone, and it continued the whole time. It was great.
And it's crazy how the vibe changes. It could start off like, as in a pit, then it could go into just skanking, and then right after that you'll just be standing there confused. Then the next time you'll end up fighting, and then the next time you'll start making love. It's a beautiful thing.
There you go. There's so many ways to express yourself, and music is the best way to do it, and it captures everything when you are expressing yourself with the transcendental experience. Once again, giving major love to Lewis here for being an absolute G and giving me some time to just promote the shit out of this awesome album.
Oh, of course.
All right, 420 Voyage, here we go. Damn, dude. Holy shit, that was cool.
Yeah, that's the one where we really display not only different genres, but like how we were able to keep them all, in 4/4, and just just get wild with it.
Yes, yes. And for all of those kids out there that are looking for that one song that gets through the cracks, this one is explicit but does not have the E.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to fix that.
Yeah, Walmart would be like, "Oh, this one's on our shelves now." Oh my god, but that was a cool song, man. You got a lot of that thrash in there. You got a lot of anger in there. You got a lot of what I did not expect. I was thinking, "Oh, this is going to be the laid back song." But you weren't kidding. This is the rage song. This is the one where you are just letting out all of that emotion that needed to be let out. That venting, as you said before. Love
Yeah,
this vibe.
yeah, you could definitely tell we wrote that one when we were younger.
Definitely, definitely. All the fucks.
Because it's like, come on, mom, I just want to be in my room. That's it. Like, why are you in there so much?
Yes, yes. So the way that this song starts out got me very concerned, but then I realized what it was. Was this an original take to start the song?
Yes, yes. We no, at first it started off as a direct punk song, and then we just decided to just give it a little intro because of the key that it was in,
Hmm.
and then we realized that it was gonna throw people off when they first heard it. Because seeing people dance to this one is the most one of the most hilarious things I've ever experienced, because how fast it changes, how it goes 1 second it's ska, the literal next second it's punk, then it turns into a fucking breakdown, and just seeing people go back and forth, it's like 1 2 change, 1 2 change in the middle of the pit.
Yes, yes. And I was doing the horns. I was holding them up. I don't know if you could see my tiny little screen
Yeah,
on there, but I was having a good
yeah.
time. I'm rocking out with this, and I'm really, really enjoying this overall. I knew I was going to, regardless, because I already heard it. But I was like, it's time to go a little bit deeper. I want to know the story behind everything, and this has been such a fruitful experience. When I keep saying that, because it makes me think how much I want fruit right now. I love fruit.
Oh,
I'm a very fruity guy.
I feel it. Fucking, oh man, yeah, no, and it's funny because I got nectarines. I think I'm gonna
Oh,
indulge after this.
hell yeah, man, dude! I want mandarin oranges right now. Like that sounds like the
Uh,
greatest thing ever.
I gotta go grocery shopping now.
There we go. We're making each other hungry.
You know?
All right. So the final track we got is called The Funky Bunch. And The Funky Bunch is probably the only track I think I couldn't get through all the way because I had to get back from my break back to my desk at work. So this is my first time fully hearing this song as far as I'm aware. And I am pumped, man. I think it's going to be
Ooh,
probably my favorite experience because I'm here with you. It's experiencing it for the first time. It is the transcendental experience of all experiences.
ooh, yes, I'm excited for you to hear this one. This is the only one. No, this is the song that made me realize that I have to start learning like more about what it means to be a legitimate vocalist. Because especially we made this as a funk song, so there was a lot of lessons in this. but overall, this is my favorite to play because I love funk music. I love jazz. I love disco. I love, like I said, I can listen to anything, and I absolutely love it all. And this song was really just inspired by all the like Bootsy, George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, like just listening to all of them, and I just channeled the that nasty side of myself.
Hell yes, brother. Okay, let's go into the Funky Bunch to finish the incredible album. The I was about to say the Transcendental Experience straight out of the garage. That's what I meant to say. Just start saying the band's name. That's the album now. It's just because it's so big. The font is so big. You know, it's like when you're reading an author's name and you're like, is the author the title or is the title the author? Like, what's going on here?
Fuck. Uh, that was good. I like that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. That might be the intro. Dan, save that for later. Save that. That might be the intro to the whole episode. I made you laugh. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, man. The Funky Bunch. Here we go. 4 minutes and 7 seconds of absolutely amazing music. Wow. What an outro. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones to play. That one's such a jumpy one to play live.
Absolutely amazing music overall. I'm going to give your album a 4.5 out of 5 since it is an EP. If this were an LP, I would be giving it an 8 out of 10. Yes. I can't remember how math works. It was very enjoyable overall. A very cool vibe. Like I said to the fans, like it's just interesting. Like, you know, I'm always up for something that is familiar, but at the same time switching it up on me and changing so many different subgenres and mixing them together. So cool. So that specific song made me instantly think of Chuck D from Public Enemy with the rap part,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it, I mean, straight Chicago, man. Literally, like I was so happy to hear something that made me think of Chicago because that is the first
Yeah.
experience with music as well as one of the greatest bands of all time. So
Yes,
getting
sir.
that is high praise, my friend.
I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Those were the songs of our youth. Those were the songs that defined what we were doing in that particular moment. But now that we're in the present moment, we have a lot more to say, and we have a lot more to show. We have music video coming out, to be determined. I'm starting to throw events again, and I would love to meet new artists or new creatives. Whatever you do, we can collaborate some way, somehow, and I'd be honored. And I will definitely start telling more of these musicians to start hitting you up to have these conversations because this was fun. This was amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. It was an absolute blast. I'm so glad that I got you on here because I knew that there was going to be something to talk about with your band. You were so excited to tell me about them originally. You didn't even have this album put together yet. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, he's an aspiring musician. I've seen this before. I've been wrong before. One of the people that I've interviewed has now reached, I think, almost 300,000 views on her first music video. Like, she is unbelievably huge, and she didn't even have one song when I interviewed her last year. So I always give everyone the absolute most respect and love, and I want to see them grow in the best way. And I feel like this is your style that's going to fit with your band. And if you guys want to go a different direction, I don't blame you.
Yep. No, we're definitely looking for what we're ultimately gonna do in the end. We're looking to play longer events, so now we're gonna start playing up to 4 hours. We're gonna do covers that people aren't even gonna expect. You know, you're gonna go to a show and you're gonna hear us play Chuck Berry, or you're gonna hear us play Soul D's, or you're gonna hear us play death metal, or who knows? You know, we do what we want, and we love all types of music. And if there's one night where you hear us playing nothing but cumbias, then you know. shake that ass. That's probably the most I can say about that.
Oh, I love it, man. Okay, for everybody that has been listening this entire time, you are an absolute legend. It is now the time that I love the most. Who would you like to shout out, or what would you like to say to all of your fans, all those 28 monthly listeners?
Man, that you guys have been following a weird group of individuals, and I appreciate and love you guys, and hope. No, I'm not gonna hope, because I'm gonna manifest this into existence. It's gonna happen. We're gonna find more friends. We're gonna meet new people. We're gonna start playing way more than we did before, and yeah, I look forward to it, and I hope you guys do as well.
Yes, sir. And everybody, if you heard a song today, maybe even the intro song to this, and you're like, damn, that was good, please share it as much as you can. Whatever platform you use, do you guys have a YouTube account as well?
Yes, we're pretty much on everything. So you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Ask your dealer, ask your cousin, ask your teacher's second handmaid, and they'll all know.
That's what we need. We need that overall, what can I say, exposure for the
Right.
best. All right, sir. Thank you again for joining me. This was an absolutely amazing experience, and I hope that you guys all enjoyed this as well, as we are now welcoming and letting Transcendental have the biggest inclusion of all time. I want the entire Inland Empire on the podcast next month for Christmas. If you are down for it, let me know right now, sir.
Definitely. Yes, sir.
I'm talking at least 20 bands.
Shit, man. We know enough, and fucking we'd love to meet more. So
Hell
I'm
yeah.
definitely interested.
Awesome. I'm trying to figure out how it's all going to work, but like I said, it's with Mike Z of KCal Rocks. So you know that amazing station. They're always supporting local artists. Mike Z is an absolute legend
Definitely.
of the area, 20 years in the business. Happy to give him all the promotion as well. And I'm happy to give every single person that he's come along the way or met along the way also the most promotion possible, because I just love seeing growth. I love seeing passion, and that's what is always promoted on this podcast.
Amen to that, brother. Thank you.
Of course. All right, guys. Thanks again for listening to another amazing episode with a SoCal legend. And I hope that you guys are going to the description right down below right now and checking out all of their stuff. This was an absolutely amazing conversation. Thank you again, Lewis, for joining me. I hope all of you guys have a great night and stay safe out there. Peace.